Now, Edinburgh is a pretty hilly town, city, as it were, capital city, and some of the properties are actually quite difficult to get good external shots of. The reason is because, as you can see, it gets pretty narrow in some of the streets certainly in the old town of Edinburgh. Now, I've done a nice video of this penthouse flat in this building here behind me, but trying to get a nice external shot, or an external shot which will fit the normal horizontal kind of format of a photo, is going to be quite difficult, because that is the rooms up there. So with the GoPro you can get the shot of all of that quite easily, but in a photo where it doesn't look like it's totally fish-eyed, it's going to be a difficult one to try and get this one to look really good. Check the link down below and you can see the video which I've done of the inside, and I'm going to try and get a nice shot. It's also in the shade as well, so it's dark, so I'm going to have to figure out maybe a bit of HDR is needed for this. Okay, well, there's certainly a couple of different angles to shoot it from, as you'll see in this image here, but trying to get it when there's not workmen on it, or people walking down it, or people falling down the street, it's actually quite difficult. What would be good is to get into that building and go up about 3 floors or 3 stairs and get a shot of the building from there. That'd be where I would want to be. But I reckon the angle I got from the side is probably the best. So here are the selection of images that we're taking. So one's kind of close up looking up to it, that's the edited version. I'll show you the pre-editing and then the post-editing. This is just through Adobe Lightroom 4. So I brought in a lot of the highlights from the sky, warmed it up a little bit, got rid of the vignetting and increased the shadows a good little bit. The bit where you saw me taking the photos there, that was 3 photos together, possibly for an HDR shot. However, in the end, I'm not really needing HDR. I can actually recover quite a lot with Lightroom 4 to actually just not really require it. Bringing in light flare or glare off the sun is usually quite artistic. However, for property shots, that's a big no-no. Everyone's going to look at that and go, what the hell is this green blob doing in your image? So this has got far too much flare and far too much glare from the sun coming in. The angle which I went over to the corner, and I kind of liked this area. It's obviously been a cold day and there's snow everywhere, but I'm not going to be editing that stuff out, because it's just about showing you the size, the shape, the angle, the location of the property, rather than how nice the road is or anything like that. And then the one which I liked the most, unfortunately, there's workers in the corner there, so I can just crop them out. That's not too much of an issue. Let's see, and I think that's the one which I finalized on. And just to give you a comparison to what the website was actually using, let me just show you here. So the company's original marketing photo for this property was that. Now compare that to what there is now, you understand why they asked to get better marketing shots. So there you go, that's just my little example of a shoot that I did recently. Hope that helps. Cheers, bye bye. Oh, actually, just in case you're wondering what it looked like before any of the editing, I'll just show you here on this one, the before and after. So yeah, warming it up, straightening it, lens correction, enhancing the sky, enhancing the shadows, bringing down the highlights, and cropping out the workies. So there you go, hope that helps. Cheers, bye bye.